So what made you decide to take this class?
The reason I decided to sign up for this class was because it looked a lot more interesting than the other classes. And each quarter I try to take a class that's either service learning or experiential learning or something that has a more interactive component, because I found just through my own education that I learn a lot better when I actually get to do hands-on things and get to meet people and work with the communities, because I think it's getting an education at the university is really valuable, but I think what's much more valuable is to be able to take that information that I'm learning and actually apply it to something meaningful and contribute back to the community to actually start making a difference. And so when I heard about this opportunity and the opportunity to work with post-prison education students, I thought, what a great way to meet someone with an entirely different perspective on life who've, had a lot different experiences than I have, and to see, where we could come together and where we could use those different skill sets to create something really cool. And I've taken a couple classes in the criminal justice system before, and it's always kind of interested me, but, through this class I've learned that there's just a lot more layers that I never knew existed before. So yeah, so that's the main reason I took this class, is just to meet more people and to do something that I thought mattered and would be a really great asset to my education, but it's turned out to be a lot more than that too.
Okay. Would you say that that this class has met your expectations so far?
I would say this class has kind of manifested in a way that I didn't expect it to. Claudia has been really good about kind of letting the class kind of organically develop however it does, and I think what she really wanted the purpose of the class to be is just a collaboration between the students, a chance to critique and analyze the criminal justice system in a new way, and to form these friendships that can go on to do really great things. So it's not necessarily what I anticipated it to be, but coming into the class I was very open to just whatever was going to happen, because that's part of the fun of it, is to try something new and see where it goes. So as far as the programs have been going, it's a little bit slower to get started than I would have liked, and it's a little bit less defined, but when you realize that there's only 10 honor students and 10 post-prison education students with these huge ideas to tackle the criminal justice system and expose all these injustices to the entire community, like, these are really big and achievable things, I think, but still we're only 20 people, so it's going to take more time than I think we initially hoped. But I think that with our event, and going to the prison and going to the symphony, like, all these things are just really great steps toward achieving that. So I think that it's well on its way. And
what would you say your favorite moment in class was?
My favorite moment,
or the most shocking thing that you learned in any of the lectures that we've had?
Oh, the lectures have been absolutely great, and to hear all the different perspectives and to get to talk with these people in these professions that you don't really get to hear exactly how they operate on a day-to-day basis. I think that the mental illness in prisons was a huge shocker for me. I mean, I think I had probably heard rumors or tidbits about it in the past, but nothing to the extent that I have learned it is. And it's absolutely appalling to me that the prisons are basically having to take care of all the, what word am I trying to think of all the kind of inadequacies of society and government. It's very apparent how our country is failing its people. It's a reason, why a lot of people, I think, end up in prisons, because they don't have the care and the services they need to lead a successful life. They aren't given those opportunities, and like with the mental patients, they aren't given that care, and so the jails are having to take care of all these issues, and they're not, well equipped or trained to handle all those things. So that was one of the most shocking things that I've learned. But absolutely everything in the class is just, it's very, very interesting to see. It's nothing like what I expected. And I think my favorite part is definitely getting to meet all of you guys and just getting to hang out and And I really think that that's probably the most valuable part of the class. I believe that people are a lot more similar and that human compassion and connection is bigger than any of that. So from the very get-go, like, I was just excited to meet you guys as people and learn more about you guys.
That's great. It's been really great to work with you. You also. For the next, if this class continues, what would you like to see different?
What I would like to see different is the structure needs to be adjusted a little bit. It's got so many great components, but it's a bit overwhelming. We've got wonderful speakers that are really necessary to provide, kind of the students with an understanding of how these different professions are realistically performed and how they interact with the criminal justice system, and to provide that, background reading, context and stuff to really understand the magnitude of the issue. But I think that the time, like you were saying, the one-on-one time between students and working on projects really needs to be bolstered a little bit. And I think as long as there's some sort of continuity between the classes and that the projects sort of have that foundation to continue and be sustainable, I think that that's the most important thing, is creating something that continue. And I think that just starting the buzz around campus, around the communities, and sharing with our friends what's been going on is really going to make this class and this project a big interest. And hopefully with that interest can kind of snowball on that education and then activism and, keep it going.
Was there anything that you've heard, like, through this class in either the lectures or even afterwards during the interview that really, like, enraged you, or, like, anyone's experience that you...
It makes me want to cry almost any time that I hear just the inhumane treatment and the injustices that a lot of, like, my classmates have had to suffer through, because I don't believe that anyone deserves to be treated that way. And you guys are my friends, and it's easier with friends, but even for people you don't know, people deserve to be treated with a certain amount of respect and dignity, regardless of what they've done. Like, people, in my belief, that people are people, and so hearing some of the stories, or hearing, how people are dehumanized and the conditions that they have to suffer through, it absolutely breaks my heart. And I think that it's from that emotion and that rage that we need to change things. We need to inspire action.
Great. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I just kind of, what a privilege it has been. I think that too often people stay in their very, kind of their own lives, their own comfort zones, going about their daily business, concerned about, their own classes, their own graduation, their own career. And there's, a lot of surveys that show that the vast majority of college students, their main purpose and priority in being in college is to make a lot of money. That's what they want from their lives. And I do not think that that's what the college is about. I'm here because I truly want to learn. I want to grow as a person. I want to be able to gather kind of this, group of skills that I can give back to the community, and I can use the knowledge that I have been privileged enough to get to, make the world a better place. And so I think there needs to be more opportunities like this for people to, step out, to try something new, to meet new people. So many people are afraid to, reach out, like, make that friend, smile, ask a question, and this class has been just a fabulous opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's been great working with you. Do you think that you could beat me again at dance? What's it called? Dance
Revolution? I don't know. Oh, no, dance party.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we put that on camera?
Yeah.
In our dance